Rick Without the K James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Ric James, and what I wanted to tell you, it's you can reach him at ricjames.com, and you'll find some of his clips. I was wanting to talk to you about one of those clips real quick. You have a clip where about 4 or 5 months ago, you actually drove your vehicle into a ditch. And there's a clip up. I even showed my mom. She laughed her ass off. It's funny.
I drove my car in a canal a couple weeks ago. And I drove my car in a canal, and the question that I keep getting is, were you drinking? And I said, no, but there was alcohol involved. All right? On the other side, all right? Girl hit me up. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. She had been drinking, and she lived in Patterson. I was in Modesto. She said, come give me some dick. So I thought what every other dude would have thought. I'm like, man, I got about 20 minutes before this bitch falls asleep. But I thought to myself, it's a 45 fucking minute drive. So I better get there, goddammit, right? So I'm going down the fucking field. I catch gravel. My car ends up in the fucking canal upside down. I jump out of the car finally. I realize the canal's only about 4.5 feet of water. And I was like, man, what if I would have died? The news would have fucking told you guys that man 5'7" dies in 4.5 feet of water. It would have made me look like I was too stupid to stand the fuck up, right?
But I notice with you, this is the difference between like me and you. When I tried to perform and played, I have a very vivid imagination. I would make up shit that was funny. Where you, it has to be part of your life. It has to be something you went through, and then you can talk about it. Is that the only way you can write material? Something that has affected you? And tell us real quick. I want this just because I find this a hilarious story. Most people drive their car in a ditch because they're drunk. I want you to tell me why you drove your car in the ditch.
Well, just as the clip is I drove the car because I was pissed off. Because I'm coming out of a relationship, and I know that the girl that I was with, like, we're just not seeing eye to eye, but it's one of those things where we don't know how to say goodbye to one another. So every time I get a chance to meet another woman, I'm like, finally, you're going to save me from this bitch, right? Like, I'm finally going to meet someone so I can get over you. And that's where I noticed that I was so angry with the person that I was with, that I was willing to do whatever. And I think that's what woke me up from everything, was like, you know what, I gotta get focused on my life, because why am I still with this person? Like, they're not bringing me anything positive. I gotta start looking for something else. So but on the other hand, to answer your question, I do find it humorous on the way it happened, because like I said, I had good friends that came and picked me up afterwards and was like, hey bro, you want us to take us over? You want us to take you over there? And I'm like, only good friends would do some shit like that. I'm all soaking wet. Like, and they're like, hey bro, you could go use her shower. And I said, you know what, man, just take me home, because I don't want to be fucking her. And my first thought is it's not good pussy. Like, I'm gonna be like, I would have died for this pussy. Like, no dude ever wants to say that. Like this is horrible, nasty, like less than mediocre. I said, every dude wants to be inside a woman and be like, I would die for this pussy. Like, every dude wants to live that. Like, man, that's some good shit right there. And I said, so if it wasn't, I didn't want to know. So, but that's what changed me from trying to stay more focused on things, is because I knew in my life, I'm like, man, where am I fucking up? Like, where am I fucking up, and what can I change? And so that's what, did that answer the question? I know it was like a 2 or 3 part question.
Once again, this is In My Opinion, and this is presented to you by Ric James, ricjames.com. And you can find that bit, and you can find all his social media under that, and I do recommend that you go see that bit. It is funny as hell. Now, with you, kind of the same question. How do you write your material? Is it all about life experience, or do you kind of sit down and exaggerate and make things up? Stuff that's funny. How do you find yourself writing?
I don't usually sit down and write, because when I sit down, I can't think of anything. Most of my jokes are based on my life story, but a lot of them, it just like very random and stupid.
So you find yourself writing on a cocktail napkin when something's funny,
Yeah.
writing it down.
Yeah, or on my phone, like just typing it down. But I don't usually just like type the whole thing. I would type down bullet point, like that's my punchline.
And then you go back
and then yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
You have any things you want to talk about?
No, well I do. I'm hungry.
Okay. See, now this is funny. Okay, you talked earlier about my mom and dad raised me. If I ask a woman out, I have to pay. She's already talking about getting free food.
Yeah.
See, she knows. She says like,
She knows the value of her,
yeah.
JJ. Jeez, give them to her.
I don't. What?
But the one thing I did want to talk about, and I got to give a shout out just because he's on the back drop is Tasty Imagination. Is my cousin's thing. If you guys have ever gotten a cake printed with a picture on it or something, that's kind of what his company does. But you can do cookies, cakes, any of that shit. You print it out. You print it, place it, need it. So for any of you guys looking for any of that stuff, hit up Tasty Imaginations and get your stuff there.
We'll also everything will be down. We'll put links to everything.
Yeah.
We'll also put a link to our cameraman. You can find where to get him and get a hold of him if you have anything for anybody. And what else you got for us?
That's it, man.
All right, we thank you for.
What was that for?
We thank you.
Just
We
flirting.
we thank you for tuning in. Once again, Ric James, Mary June. I'm Ronnie Sutton. By the way, I run a small YouTube channel called It's a Wood Thing. You can find me on that. And thank you for tuning in.
Oh, I forgot a shout out.
Go ahead, you got a shout out.
Oh, follow me on Instagram. It's So Young HK Boo. If you don't know how to spell it, it's SOYOUNG as Hong Kong and Boo as BOO.
And once again, we'll put all those links below. Rick, you got the closing statement?
I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in for episode 1. We've got more episodes coming your way. If there's something that you guys wanted to hear about and wanted to let us talk about for you guys, put it down below on the comments of the YouTube channel. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Yo, it's your boy Charlie Murphy, my main man, Ric James. That's the one you think, the comedian Ric James. Get up on him.